Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Ayush, and in this lecture, we will be discussing about two mini projects. We will be making two of mini project in the sense we are going to be making some games. So in Python, and let's start with our first game. That would be of an guess the number. So in this code, in this game, what is going to be happening is that our Python code would be generating a random number which we don't know and we have to guess that number. If our targeted, if the Python code targeted value is same as our guess number, then it should show successful, congrats, or like the correct, your guess was correct. If our target value, if our guessed value is smaller than our target value, that means our target value is bigger, that then it should show that your guessed value is very small. You have to guess higher. If our guessed value is higher, then it should show that your guessed value is higher. So make your guess below that. Right. So how to do that? That's our first game, and second game we will be discussing about after this code. So let us make this game. So most importantly, in this code, what we are going to be doing is we will be importing random, so that it would be generating some random number from our length or from our range. And how to do that? We have to import our okay import random, right? So after that, we will be printing random dot. So these are some various functions over here. You can choose as you wish. Let's suppose guess is there, get start is there, random is there. So these are some things you can add on with random. So here what I'm going to be doing is random integer, because the number which the Python code is guessing is an integer, right? Integer. Let's give a range from let's go with some short range, and let us give this into new. After that we would be printing new. So this is the logic behind it. This is not the code, this is not the game. This is the logic that with import random and with random dot ran integer with our range, what would be doing, our Python code will be randomly popping up with new integer within the range of 1 to 5, that is 2. If we run one more time, then 4, one more time, then 5, 5, 1, 5, one more 3, right? So these are some random number within the range of 1 to 5. So this is the logic behind our code, and let us implement this into our scenario, that is our game. Let us do that first. So same, let's remove this. So let us give from our range from 1 to 100, right? Now what I will be doing here is I would be using a while loop. For what? For taking the input from the user. See, the Python code will be, let's suppose the Python code is assuming as 35, then I want to assume 35, right? So let us say that I have assumed 65, then it should show me that it is lesser, and it should also repeat the code. That means it should also ask one more time until my target value is succeeded, right? For that I would be using a while loop. While the condition, I don't know what the condition is, so let's suppose the true, because this condition is true. I know this code would be an infinite time, so that for that I would be using the break statement inside this, so that it doesn't show error. That means it doesn't run infinite times, right? So while the condition is true, what I will be doing here is that I would ask from the user that he want to if he want to guess the target or he want to quit the game. So for both of that, what I would be doing is, let's suppose user choice equal to input. Why I am not converting this into integer? Because I would be showing you in the code why. Guess the target or quit, not import, input. So yeah, now if my user enters quit, if the user choice is equal to my quit, then it should break it. It should break it. Now, user choice. Now, the input which the user is taking is an string. Now I have to convert that into my integer. So I would be using here typecasting. So you can typecast in Python, as I said in earlier classes. Now I've converted the user choice into integer. Now I would be using by if case if my user choice is equal to, let's suppose it is equal to my, let's change this new to my target, right? Now equal to target, what should it print? It should print that success, correct, yes, right? It should print me this. Else, okay, after this my loop would be running again and again and again. For that I would be using here break statement, and wait, I would be using break statement elif, if my user choice is greater than my targeted value, then what should it print? Print your number is too small, take a bigger guess, right? And our final thing, else it would be printing It should print. Your number is too big. Take a smaller guess. So this is my whole code. After that, if my targeted value is correct, then what I would do is I would print. Okay, over. Right. So this is my whole code over here. So let us play this game and let us see if it works or not. So yeah, guess the target or quit. So let's suppose I'm not quitting the game. Let's play this. So my code has generated some random number behind my screen. I don't know what the number is. Let's take half of the number, that is from 1 to 100. Let's take 50. So your number is too big. Take a smaller guess. So my 50 is too bigger. So from 1 to 50, let's take 25 as the middle part. Okay, I'm too good at this. That means 25. Easy, right? So success, correct answer, and game over. Right. Let us play one more time. So let's take same 50. Your number is too big. Take a smaller guess. Let's take 25. Your number is too, still it's big. Okay, so let's take somewhere around 15. Okay, it's too small. Take a bigger guess. Okay, from 15 to 25. That means let's take 20. Your number is too big. Take it. Okay, from 15 to 20, I got a range. From 15 to 20, I would say 17. Yes, right. This is my game over here. Cool thing, right? Now, let us run this. And if I want to quit my game, what I would write it here is I would write quit. After that, yeah, game over. I quit the game, right? So this is one of the code, that is guess the number. Okay, so this is one code. Okay, now let us make an random password generator. So if you have seen while logging to some website, you have seen some password that is recommended from the Google itself. So how these passwords are created? What is the logic behind that? What is the code behind that? So this mini project would be that. What is this? Random password generator. So it would be randomly generating some password for you, which will be of different characters, different digits, or some punctuation, special characters, right? Or some digits. It would be of uppercase, it would be of lowercase, right? So this code would be dedicated for that. So what is the logic behind that? If you want to randomly generate password, same logic, you have to import some random, but you have to include all those into a string. String in the sense means a list. Inside that list, it would be fetching some random number. So for that, what you would think, let's create some this thing and let's add some, not like this, you have to individually do that. But I'm doing things like this. So this is some random number. It would be fetching from my list, right? It would be fetching from my list. But rather than creating this whole thing, my whole thing to write like A, B, C, D, E, F. After, like, rather than doing this, what I would be doing is I would be using Python inbuilt functions. That means VS Code has already some good things. For example, I've said in this case, random dot this thing, it will be a random integer. VS Code has some good features in it. So let us see the how this code work. And let's suppose my password is of nth length. Like, I don't know the length, but while doing our code, we would be assigning some values to it, the length of the password, right? Some limited digits, or if you don't want, that's your wish. So let's build the logic behind it. So first we will be seeing how the logic gets, and we will be using that logic into our code. That's it. Easy, right? So for that, I would be importing my random. Now, random dot. The first case, I have some limited things. From I have a range. In here, I would be using choice with my list. Let's say A, B, C, D. Have these four things for A, B, C, D letters. Let's give this into our value. Let's assign this into our value, and let's print this value. So yeah, C has been printed. Let's first clear this. B has been now printed. It would be randomly fetching from my list. So you will be thinking that I would be writing all my ABCDs inside my list, and it would be, and I would assign some password length as something, and I would use for, we will be doing that. A, C, 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 B, A, right. So it is fetching some random number from a list. So now let us implement this logic in our code. So for that, one more thing I want you to know is import string. Okay, now what is this import string? With this, you can any, if it's uppercase, if it's lowercase, you can import by using this string. If you go on string, if you hover that in the string, your cursor into string, it is showing that string is not accessed. Okay, a collection of string contains. It contains of ASCII lowercase, ASCII uppercase. Now, what is ASCII? You can browser it. Right. So, ASCII value of capital A is 97, B is 98 capital, not small. Right. So, it contains uppercase, lowercase, letters, digit, hex digit, oct digit. Right. You can use these if you import string. Now, for that, now I want my password to have ASCII letters, my digits, and my punctuation. Right. For that, I would be using string dot. So these all things you can use into a password. But for here, I would be using string dot letters plus ASCII letters then string dot digits plus string dot punctuation, and all this I will store it into my character value. I've stored all this into my character value. Now this act as an list. You can say that, but not exactly. Using list, I would be saying that how does that work after this thing. Now I'll be using for loop in this for I in range. So I don't know the password length. So let's assign the password length as 12. It would be generating 12 random numbers password length. So, and if I want to store this into password, I would be writing this password equal to into an empty. Now password, not password length, password plus equal to random dot choice. Okay, yeah, random dot choice and my character value, right? Random dot choice, yeah, it would be fetching from my this list over here, and it would be storing into this empty empty punctuation. You mean empty list? It would be adding again and again. Now print your password is password. So yeah, this is my 12-digit random password that my Python code has been created. Let us run one more time. So each time you run the code, the password would be different and it's very strong. If you can see here, the password is way too strong. One more time. Yeah, same. See. If you want, you can assign this password into some, let's take 5-digit password. So yeah. So it is including even space. If you can see, the space is also included in this. Yeah, 5-digit password. So this is the second code. And let's suppose if I want to do this into a very easier method for that. So let us explain you the code of this. So firstly, I have randomly imported random import, and I've imported the string so that you can use ASCII letters, your digits, and your punctuation, and assign this into all these into string dot ASCII letters, digit, punctuation into character values. For after that, I have assigned the password length to be 5, and all those passwords should be into something that is an empty string over here. Now using for loop that I want to generate that each letter again and again until password length. So for I in range password length, it would be using 5 random numbers and then password plus equal to random dot choice. And what does random dot choice do? It would be fetching from my character value, and you can after that you can print your password, right? Now, so rather than doing this step over here, what you can do, uh, let's take this also. Now, rather than doing this step, what easier method you can do is you can, let's take bracket random dot choice from where? From my character value. Here I would be using for I in, okay. For I in range password length. For I in range password length, and I would be using join dot. So what is join dot? It's a function, and let us make this into a string, and let us assign this into res, like, okay. So res, okay. What is wrong now? Statement must be separated by new line of semicolon. So what is wrong? Hmm. Okay, I think, yeah, now it's been clear. So 5-digit password, one more five. Okay, the bracket were the issues. Let's start. So yeah, this is the final code. So it's your wish. You can even write this line over here or these line over here. I would prefer to use these line because it's more logical. This thing is a shortcut thing. It's completely on you, right? So these are two mini projects that we have done based on our experience, means based on our these lectures that we followed. This is our first code, and these are our second code. I hope you have understood my two projects, and I hope everything is being cleared. So that's it, and thank you for listening to me.